I'm over at the edge of the pond just screaming because it's stoked. Well, the move was very frustrating. We moved from Las Vegas. It was hot. It was insane.
Sister Wives, season 19, episode 18, final part of the first impression. Realtor like, oh, you guys were screaming because you were so stoked? No, actually, that was another part of my life that I reminisce about and pretend was the worst thing ever, but I also somehow simultaneously want sympathy for it being the best thing ever and everyone left me. You have to pick a struggle. You can't have all of them. You gotta save some for somebody else.
My natural nature is like, I can't decide, so I'll just wait longer. But then Mary and Janelle are waiting and waiting and waiting, and they're getting grumpy. You go do the paperwork.
Then you go do the paperwork, even though I set up all the properties exactly this way, because it is actually the Polygamous Man special, so that when you left, you could either, one, leave with nothing, or two, get an attorney that you've been trained to be terrified of your entire life. Oh, yeah, do the paperwork. Obviously not completely group specific. There's many, many people who do this to people. However, everything is set up specifically, and they're treated so badly that at the end, a lot of times, you just need to get away, and that leaves them getting to keep everything that was ever yours. Not to mention, the way he's splitting when they sell the property 4 ways. So he and Robin will effectively get half of the value of that property. And the other, yeah. It doesn't work that way. You want to always, I'm a monogamist. Yeah, that's how it works in monogamy. You and your wife get one piece together.
I legally really can't do anything because his name is on all the property.
Yeah, because he set it up like that on purpose. This is a very, very well-known tactic, especially even their new house has been bought under a trust so that it can't be accessed through traditional legal channels. It's a lot. Anyway, then we go on to Christine, and this is when Christine had bought her new B&B. She has an Airbnb that's in Moab. And one part of the conversation, just one part that I always have to stick on, I'm stickler. I don't know if you know what's coming.
You're not being kicked out of Utah. You're just having a second home in Utah. So you can come back.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. Not getting kicked out is really quite refreshing.
It's really quite nice to not be kicked out.
They did not get kicked out of Utah. Utah does not care about polygamy as long as you're not making too much of a fuss or doing other things. And even if you are, keep in mind the FLDS was not a secret community out there. People knew exactly what was going on. Sam Bateman, who was also in that community, wherein the police will tell you directly because they've been replaced. Originally, the entire police force was just people who were friendly to them. Now that it's been replaced, the new police force doesn't really like to enforce a lot or do a lot in town because they're trying to build a new rapport with the community, even though they know what some people are up to. And I know what you're saying. Where did you get this information? Who told you that? I listened to the chief of police from Short Creek actually say that on the stand. So there's that. Even in their specific case, this big investigation led to one police report wherein they found no wrongdoing. Then they brought a case against the state of Utah saying, you kicked us out and this is discrimination. And actually the highest court in Utah ruled that 1, they weren't really kicked out, and 2, they didn't have a case because they didn't live in Utah. The majority of the people who have actually been prosecuted in recent history, the FBI had to get involved because Utah simply was not and would not do anything. Because 1, they don't want to be associated with it because they all come from the same place. It's the same group. It's just split off over the years like a lot of other ones, and they don't want to be associated with that. So while they seem like real up at the front, that's not real. Then we get to talk about my sister wife's closet again. Yay.
The business was my sister wife's closet, and I was trying to kind of include everybody in it at first because I thought this would be a great way to kind of connect and build relationships and work together. And Mary and I were very much on the same page, and Kody and Janelle and Christine were not.
Now, I don't want to come off as like weird or anything, but when you're doing team building, shouldn't you do something that you guys all agree on that's not essentially them working for your business to make you money when they're not really getting anything? Plus, I'm tired of talking about why it didn't get together because these weren't supported, it wasn't successful because the t-shirts were horrible, the jewelry was hideous, and you could get half of that, and I'm only saying half because the other half, nobody would purchase that to sell in their store at any roadside shop anywhere in America. Girl, it wasn't this groundbreaking. Can we stop talking about it? Plus the prices. You want me to pay $250 for a necklace that looks like a hunk of someone learning how to solder? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, but it couldn't have been that. It was obviously this.
She was really the head of it, but we were all equal owners of it. I'm telling you, man, polygamy, plural marriage is not going to work if the husband's not at the head of the situation. Because the last thing you're going to do is get wives to sit there and listen to another wife trying to be her boss.
So we're not seeing any issue in the fact that everyone has to be told what to do. Nobody can actually just like work together because they're excited for the future. You tell me about how that divorce came about again. Tell me that story. I love that story. It's one of my favorite stories. But at least he finally got around to admitting why he was upset Janelle left.
Most successful business I started was something I do on my own. Like, it's just an income source for me. You know, I mean, once in a while, Kody would say, like, well, we all are a family and we all got here together and we should all probably share that. And I'm like, you know what, dude, no.
That's hers.
I mean, listen, we put the money where we could, when we could, and we funded all these things. We did it together. Janelle left, and she took that with her, and she took the profits with her. We're not getting any of that, but we helped fund it.
So let me get this straight from earlier in the episode. Alimony and child support are like the worst thing ever. That's someone just looking for money and just rah. But expecting that your ex-wife will give you some sort of profit sharing in her business after you are no longer together and refusing to settle marital assets. That's okay. What do you argue with that? That's not someone who's rocking with the full deck. But that's why he's taking so long to sell the property. He's punishing them, right? Now, there was another part where he kind of goes into Mary about how, you know, her friend's a B word and all of that stuff, which, yes, I did see the video that Jen and Mary posted on that. I covered that in the sneak peek from last week, so if you want to see the commentary on that, go to that.
This land, this space, my family, it's just, these are the rocks I just broke on. Give me my money, give me my money. I'm gonna call a lawyer. I'm not trying to be dumb here. I'm just being dumb here.
They're like, give me money, give me money, give me money. Didn't you just say you were upset with Janelle because she didn't leave any profit share? Okay, that's giving me suspicions. I know you guys watch these every once in a while. Keep the boot to the neck. That one is a bad egg going the same place as Veruca. You know what I'm saying? Just
Can figure out this whole situation in a calm and kind way,
I think we're past that.
then awesome. But if it starts looking like that it's not going to go that way, I will do what I need to do. I'm not going to be walked over.
I love seeing people find their voice, but that brings us to the end of the episode. I'm sorry that it took me a little longer than usual this week. I've had a lot of live stuff, very little of it good, but soon we'll be going into a new documentary that is being released episode by episode on HBO, and of course, Sister Wives again next week. I hope you guys have the greatest day, and I'm proud of you.